Reinforcements have arrived!
Gomer. Gomer.
That's so scary a sound. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Drumroll into some sort of ancient curse has been unleashed. Oh, that's scary also. I love sounds. Welcome, it's Monday. Hello, everybody. I hope you are having it as a Monday. I got my night coffee. I went to go get my laundry out of the dryer, and then I remembered that the dryer's not ready yet, so I didn't get my laundry out of the dryer, and it's just gonna keep going until it stops. Welcome to Monday. It's the day of the week that starts at the beginning of the week, unless you start your week on a Sunday, which I think a lot of people do that on a week. They do a Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then that's the order of the days. Having a Monday you got to sleep in, let's go. Sure is a freaking Monday, need to vibe. We're gonna vibe. Today's a vibes day. No, it's not a vibes day. That's not one of the days of the week. It's a Monday. But we are going to vibe about it. We're going to do our co-working. I've got my programs open. It's basically all you need. It's basically all you need for a co-working day is your program open. I keep getting scared that I forgot to check, because on the time between streams, I'm working on my tuber a little bit and I'm testing it out in VTube Studio, so I'm always afraid that when I start a stream, I've forgotten to switch models back to this one. And one of these days, you're just gonna get a special preview of the new model because I forgot and I didn't look at the window before I hit the unhide monitor button. But actually, I'm so smart and big-brained, so that's not gonna happen. It's gonna stay a secret until it's not. Oh, hi, Harvey. Until it's not. But I hope you are all keeping your secrets. I hope you're all keeping your secrets. I hope you're all keeping your secrets so good. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Weaver. Welcome in, Index. Welcome in, Lokno. Welcome in, good luck on your homeworks. Welcome in, Dottie. I hope that everything is so Monday. I keep feeling like there's something I'm supposed to be hoping about. What am I hoping? What am I supposed to hope? I've already hoped that your Monday's gone well. I hope you had a delectable dinner. Hi, Pass. Sorry I didn't start at 11 p.m. It's, that's not the time that it is. Would you believe you're not the first blue-haired robot VTuber streamer that went live 15 minutes ago? I'd believe it. With the sheer number of accounts on twitch.tv, I hope you had a good weekend. That's a good one. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I did some touching grass this weekend. I played some board games with some cool folks. Did I do anything else this weekend? Oh, cinnamon water. I hope you had a good glass of cinnamon water. Bad news, the cookies you made might have a chunk of wood from the mixing spoon? How does that happen? Good news, you're keeping those cookies at home and eating them and making new cookies to bring into school. I think you should just bring them in anyway and say, these are special surprise cookies, and one of them has a chunk of wood in it, and if you get the wood, you win a prize, and the prize is that you get to keep the wood in the cookie. It's like those cakes that have a little plastic baby in them. You know the ones where it's like if you get the little plastic baby, something happens. I don't understand it fully, but my boyfriend said extra flavor, extra fiber. Yeah. Wood splinter for extra fiber. I followed a blue-haired robot VTuber 6 months ago and trying to find a funny time to do something about it. Candy. I'm trying to because like I feel like there's probably a ton of blue, if not blue-haired, at least blue color themed robots out there. Y'all remember my life as a teenage robot? And what was there was another cartoon. There was another cartoon about a blue robot. I feel like that's a like white and blue are pretty common robots colors. Pretty common robots colors. The prize is you appear on an episode of House. Did they have an episode about wood in ya? I think you're allowed to eat a little bit of trees. King's cake, yeah, it's just like it's your special King's cake cookies. Special off-brand King's cake cookies. You never watched them? You should watch them and see what they're up to. Maybe they had some good videos. Played a TTRPG on Friday. Let's go. I'm guessing since you said TTRPG and not D&D, it wasn't D&D. Was it still like a medieval fantasy style, or was it like one of the cool fun ones, like a space themed, like a sci-fi one, or like a urban fantasy, or a there's so many. Extra flavor. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Asmin. Really cool fact about Ivy is that I am exactly Ivy feet tall. That's the special Ivy lore for you today. You wanted to be her so bad. I think it would be cool to be able to have rocket boosters for feet. I think that would be pretty neato. Hi, Mad Jack. Thank you for making me realize it was Monday and not Sunday. I saw on my Tumblr's dashboard today, I saw a post that said Hedgehog's Tuesday, and I got scared. I thought it was Tuesday, but it wasn't. It was just Monday. Robot Boy is the other one I was thinking of. Robot Boy, hi, Freggy. Robot Boy was a blue robot also. I keep also wanting to say Astro Boy, but Astro Boy was decidedly not blue at all. It's a fairly small piece of wood, and it's not sharp. Based on the shape of the chip in the spoon. How do you even, like... Were you using a mixer while the spoon was in the bowl? Like, how do you chip that? Cookie dough is not sharp. Space-themed, let's go. Oh, Lancer. I've heard about Lancer. I've never played it, but I've heard of it. Heard people like Lancer a lot. Lancelot is from medieval times. That's a different one. See you, Space Cowboy, not Final Mountain. Fred's Bear. Freg's Bear. You're about to offer you a job that has 0 pay and 60 hours a week, no benefits. You in? No. No. Why would I do that? I don't even know if there are 60 hours in a week. Wait, there must be. Because there's 40 working hours a week. So, wait. 20 divided by 5? 4. So that's an extra 4 hours a day if you're working Monday through Friday and weekends off, but you probably wouldn't. You'd probably just be working weekends. So you'd just be working 10-hour days on Saturday and Sunday and then 8-hour days the rest of the week, which isn't great. You could probably divide it up a better way. Like 9-hour days, 5 days a week. That's 45. No. Yes? Yes. 10-hour days. That's 50. And then 10-hour days, 6 days a week. I've done the math. It's a bad job. I've done the math, it's a bad job. Did you eat the cardboard? You're allowed to eat cardboard a little bit. Only just a little bit. Thought you went to grocery, got pickles. I don't think I've ever bought pickles. And actually, no, that's not true. I've purchased pickles before, but I don't do it very often. I'm not a pickles person. I do need to get groceries tomorrow, though. I gotta go get some groceries. I gotta get coffee's grounds, creamed cheese, some kitty litter. Not for eating, for putting in their poop boxes. Other, I don't remember what, probably meals. Probably some kind of meals. You eat a pickle, yum. I like takuan pickles. I like the Japanese sweet pickles. But I've never been a fan of pickled cucumbers. Are you a son? No, him is a I don't know what him is, but the sun is very bright and in the sky. Him, stop saying that. Him can say everything. Lancer mentioned 60 hours is less than 3 days. 24 hours. Well, you need to sleeping. 24 hours is a day, and 3 of those is 60 plus 12 is 72. So you could work almost, you work 2 days straight plus most of a third day. And then sleep the rest of the week. If you don't sleep for 2 nights, you could do all of your work, your 60-hour work week in 3 days, and then have a 4-day weekend. It's bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. 60 hours is 13 days ago. That was the 7th. What happened on the 7th? I don't think we streamed. Chip. Oh, is that your new chip? Is that your fancy chip emote? It's red. Does that mean it's spicy? That means I can't eat it because it'll harm me. Pretty great. Combat in the game is a lot, but customizable. I feel like more engrossing than D&D combat. As long as you just slaps, you still get great RP as well. Nice, nice, nice. Chip turns 2 next week. Happy almost birthday, Chip. It's a whole ass man now. Well, I think he's still a cat. Unless something's supposed to happen on a cat's 2nd birthday that didn't happen to Harvey or Pit Pat. Still a baby. Every cat is a baby. Every dog is a puppy. Hello, gamers, reporting live from Miku Expo. Hi, Atlas. Enjoy Miku Expo. Also, tell Juno happy birthday. Show hasn't started yet, and you're muted, but hi. Hold on. Can I type? There, you can see that. Wait, did we just get 2 of them at the exact same time? Wild. Wild. I got an email today. That says more Miku tickets have been released. And I was like, isn't that happening right now? What do you mean they're still selling tickets? It's probably because LA tickets are like $500 each or something crazy like that. I'm not... thought that said Juno Island, and I was like, wow, I can't believe Juno's become an entire massive land. Him lights up my day. Him lights up my room when him touches the light switch and turns it on. Atlas, your favorite Iphonite? Is Iphonites like Iphy soldiers? Do I have an army? Do I have an army I haven't been commanding? I've got to have like a general who's taking care of these things, right? Death's Head Mech. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really cool. Give him a special treat for his birthday that he won't understand. I should do special things for my cat's birthdays, but I don't ever. I simply don't ever do it. Juno Island. Juno's become Aurora, Illinois. Does Illinois have an island called Aurora? What else are we? Gamers. Ifers. I-feelings. I guess a lot of streamers do have special names for their community. The Ife Bites. That sounds like something you get from touching a plant. A bad plant. Or takes the birthday stuff more seriously. Wrap up a present for your cats and have them open the wrappings. Ife Bites. I guess it's like megabytes or bits and bytes and bops. We have to go here. We have to go here. We're playing a game today called Coworking. Thought I saw a beast below me, but there was none. The lifeys? The Lilfies. Well, we do have the mini-me's. Do I have them on this screen? Surely I must. The mini-fees? Where are they? Where are they? Do I not have them on this scene? Hold on. This is very important. There we go. There's these guys. There's these guys. Can't forget about the mini fees. Where do I put you? Where's my... Here we go. There we go. All of us to get the quintet. There's Ify, that's me. There's Flyfy, Scryfy, Knifey, and Dredge. I don't remember which one's which. Knifey is the one that's blue. I remember this. Domer. I think Dredge is the one that's like watermelon colored. Yeah, that's Dredge. Dredge is a watermelon. Knifey's blue. Flyfy's purple. And Scryfy's yellow like Scraggy, because they start with the same two colors, letters. And Flyfy's purple because purple is, And Knifey's blue because it's kind of like the color of a knife, maybe. And Dredge is watermelon because if you put watermelon in the bog, you have to dredge it to get them back out. The Domers always said Iphanites. Have you ever seen Ivy tuck them into bed? Oh, there is a clip somewhere. There is a clip somewhere of me kissing them all goodnight. Purple because you they want to play fetch? Is that... Do dogs turn purple when they want to play fetch? I don't know if that's a function. I don't know if that's a function of them. Not surprising in the least. Anyway, we're hold on. Let me get. If anybody wants to do sound recommendations, you can drop them. Otherwise, I've got a bunch of Nico medleys to play. I got a bunch of Nico's medleys queued up. Cats turn green near nuclear waste. Dogs turn purple if they see a stick. I believe this. You should just sit down and do an Ivy lore presentation. I have lore. There's a lore channel in the Discord. Hold on, what's the last thing that was posted in the lore channel? I think it was about him. It was when I said they put Steve in Minecraft. There's a lore channel that isn't actually lore. There's one time I forgot. There's one time I posted to Tumblr that I said they call me the Homer because I love to be at home in my house. Please and thank you. You love a lore dive. I would like to sit for the lore presentation too because I don't really know my own lore. Once upon a time, I was on the internet. Wait a second. If I pull out my tablet, do all the mini fees get their tablets too? This is allowed. It's an image of a dog that's photoshopped purple and text written in papyrus saying he's purple because he wants to play fetch. Oh, I think I've seen these. I don't think I've seen that version, but I've seen like he's green because you can place him here. Or he's green for a special reason. It's because he's green. Once upon a time, there was a normal space, but this was not Ivy enough. Not at all. So they put an Ivy in it. And now it's normal. Let me know if the volumes is too loud or small. I don't think I've ever changed anything ever, but I'm always scared that it'll be different. And I'm gonna drink my night coffee.
Says, I failure, nummertecken, 1. Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lived in a blue world and all day and all night and everything they see is just blue like them, inside and outside.
Blue is house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette and everything is blue. Here's the real Ivy lore is, the first CD I ever owned was the Eiffel 65 CD with the blue song on it, but it was a bootleg copy. My brother burned it from, I don't remember if he like borrowed the CD from a friend and then burned a copy for one for me, one for him. Shout out to Paul Giamatti. Blue is house with the blue Giamatti. Also, hi, Gerandi. I hope you are having it as much. Oh, if I wave, all the mini-me's wave too. We could do anything. We could do this all day. I'm like doing hardcore head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but not getting to my toes or my shoulders or my knees. There's Backstreet Boys, you're pretty sure? Black and Blue is the album name. I don't think I ever owned. You've been here since 2023. You know what's crazy is I was looking at the Tumblr blogs that I follow, and there's like, I didn't realize, but Tumblr puts a little icon next to somebody if you're mutuals. Stop hitting yourself. If you're mutuals, and if you hover over it, it tells you how long you've been following each other for, and there's blogs that like, it's like, you've been following each other for 15 years, and also both of y'all are still posting on the internet. I'm like, that's crazy. Thank you for the clip. That's crazy. People are just allowed to exist in one space for 15 years. That's like older than some people are. That's what I'm saying. Oof, 2.wav. Boop. Boop. I think you can just make boop happen whenever you want. That's one of those that has a special sound. I love night coffee. I like day coffee too. What am I supposed to be doing here? I think I need to shape something. I'm still making pants. I have to make sure that my VTuber has pants and isn't Donald Duck in it the whole time. How long has it been since Ivy streamed Hat in Time? At least a year? Maybe two. Wait, I have a spreadsheet for this. Hold on. Donalding their duck. I have a spreadsheet. I streamed Hat in Time from end of March 2023 to end of May 2023. Change the game, egg. You could just type exclamation point egg. Pants? Not even once. Pants are important because they keep your legs warm. I did Toilet in Wonderland before A Hat in Time. Here's some Ify lures. My first stream was January 26th, 2021. I played Dear God. Stanley Parable was the second game I played. There's the egg. Not everyone is coated in fur. Not everyone has a beautiful jerboa coat to keep us warm. Alright. Where's the egg? I will pause you. I will pose you Tokyo Shandy Rendezvous. You got some hair on your legs? Me too, but it's not enough to be warm. Where are you? Are you lying to me? Do you know about egg? Do you know about egg? Are you sure about egg? Do you know about egg? Do you know about egg? We got egg. Shot that guy. Acquired the egg. If you're cold, she's cold. Put her in your sock. I'm gonna bust out my nice winter socks that I don't ever get to wear because it's never winter here, just for you. Currently have a heater under your desk right now. Is it an actual heater or is it some sort of animal that sits on your feet? Bum, 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 bum. Hate heaters because there's no heathams. Need to get better at Snoopy. You gotta get good. How are you supposed to play your game so fast if you fall in a hole? A Snoopy hole. Thanks for making you sad, just a real heater? Well, listen. I'm assuming that's sad because you wish it were an animal. But if it was an animal, then also you'd have to pick up its poop. So it's a trade-off. Don't have to clean up poop from a heater. Oh, I will click that. I will clicking that. Also, hi B. I don't know if we can play this man. I don't know if we can... We can risk it. I see an artist from the 80s that people know about. I'm like, surely, if you remember this person from the 80s, it's gonna get us in trouble. But Camel by Camel didn't get us in trouble, so it's probably fine. Risk it for the Vibsquit. I think we'll be okay. Worst case, it's definitely not gonna get me a copyright strike. Worst case is I'm just gonna have to edit the VOD when uploading to YouTube. And I've already finished uploading my other VOD, or editing my other VODs, so it's okay. It's okay, I think. I did think about clicking the button that disconnects my audio from the VOD, like a smart person would do it. But then I forgot.
The 7 goblins lived by eating the colours from rainbows. For that reason, they were known as the Rainbow Goblins.
I love you, Rainbow
They were
Goblins.
always looking for rainbows to suck the colours from them, and so to fill their bellies. One day, the Rainbow Goblins heard about the Valley of the Rainbow. It gave them an infinite appetite, just thinking about the great banquet they could enjoy there. Immediately, they gathered their tools and set off in search of the legendary valley. It didn't matter to them to roam about the steep hills or to climb up the high mountains. Whenever difficulties arose concerning their journey, they just
To be fair, you couldn't find it on music streamers. That might be a point in its favor. I think it's really just what publishing company owns it. That's not what you call them for music people. It's record labels, right? Like Sony Music is a big hater they love to be copyright climbing everything. I think even if it's not on streaming, even if it's not on streaming, if it's owned by like one of the record labels that hates people borrowing their sounds, is only able to find it on Internet Archive from 5 years ago, but it's literally on YouTube. And it's identified by the music. Download. Oh, I bet there's a torrent. I bet there's torrents for it somewhere. Actually, maybe not. I have noticed if things are on Internet Archive, there aren't always as many torrents for them because everybody just gets the Internet Archive thing. I have to click the links. There. Torrenting. But that is not legal. Yeah, torrenting's allowed. Technically, torrents have the same thing that emulators have, where it's like, well, technically it's not that the torrent clients or torrenting itself is illegal. It's that if you share illegal files, that's illegal. I guess torrenting goblins would be illegal. But also, it use a VPN and you're good. There was a brief moment where I was tempted to set up torrent clients to just, for myself, to move my own files between, like, devices. Between, like, my phone and my computer, and I'm like, no. This is more complicated than it needs to be. You wouldn't download a car. You wouldn't pirate everything. I would pirate anything. Anytime somebody complains that something is, like, lost media, especially if it's, like, anime, I'm like, I guarantee you there's torrents for this. It ain't lost. They just took it off Netflix. I really should. I would really love to, hold, like, a downloading class in the Discord. Pirate Valheim is your jam. Anybody who I'm not even the most advanced downloaders. I'm sure more people know, like, I don't even use any, like, private trackers or anything. So what if Ify's job was internet archivist? I've been doing some, y'all know about my MP3 mines. I've been digging deep in the MP3 mines lately, and I've reached the part of my library that's Nico Nico medleys from the years 2010 to 2012. So I've been spending, I'm probably gonna have to turn this down when it gets to a loud part of the song. I've gotten to the things where it's like, all right, well, first of all, thank you for the Nico Nico medley wiki. My very best friend, look at this. It's got like a whole bunch of songs on it, and it'll give you the title in Japanese and in Romaji and in English and the release date and the composer and the URL to the video, so I can go there and screen cap some track art for my MP3s. And then it also tells you all the songs in it and what they're from, which is actually banger. Copyright zone. But that's been making my life a lot easier. But I do have a few medleys that just like aren't on here, or they're on here but they don't actually have a separate page for that medley. So I don't have the information. But like in the years like 2012, 2010 to 2012, I downloaded several hundred Nico Nico medleys and just set all of the artists as Nico Nico Doga. But now that I'm older and wizened, I'm like, I need to know if this was a medley that was by Ikatako or Shimon or who is the other one? I don't know, there's a bunch of them. There's a Pei. The Internet Archive be considered piracy, or would it be considered a digital library? Well, here's the thing, is it is a digital library, but companies are constantly trying to get it taken down because they feel like it's copyright infringement, which I think like technically it is, but like it's very, very important. It's doing very important archival work. Like some of the things on there would straight up be lost if they are not on there. It's sad. That's why you should always download every file and share it, because then the files will never go away. Found media. Find your media. Don't let the media get lost. Technically not copyright infringement. Well, no, archiving media doesn't mean redistributing, but the Internet Archive specifically does offer downloads of all their stuff. Like all the files on Internet Archive have a download option, so. But see, it's safer that way, because then if something happens with the data, there's backups. Then there's backups. Here's your, I made a mistake. By the way, here's all y'all's reminder. Back up your stuff. Back up your files. Go get yourself, an external hard drive. Handful of thumb drives, SD cards, whatever, what have you. Whatever you can get your hands on. Back up any of your arts, back up any of your projects, back up your writings, back up, some things don't really need to be backed up. Like, you don't need to back up your Steam library, because that's already in the cloud. Gup again if you can. Gup.
Gup. Gup.
Internet Archive's how you found out you didn't like Scott Pilgrim, otherwise you had to buy the books to find that out. Well, you could have also just gone to the library. Chances are your local library would have had it, or would have had an option to order it for borrowing. Hi, Cleaver.
Gup.
But also, yeah, download stuff, because then you can download it and try it, and then if you like it, and you have the money, then you can also buy it and support. You can buy it and support after. You're allowed to pirate something and then buy it. You're allowed to buy something and then pirate it. You could do anything you want on this planet of an Earth. You can pirate all of my streams. You can get YouTube, you can get YTDLP and go through all of my YouTube playlists and download every single IFE stream. It'll probably take up a lot of hard drive space, but some of those might just, like, some of my trombone champ, the second trombone champ video got taken down for copyright stuff. I don't remember what, probably the Rugrats theme. Just use their PNG viewer to read them, so you don't know if that'd be considered privacy. It's still, no, that's the same. You also need to understand that they're never ever gonna get you for direct downloading. So there's two kinds of downloading. There's torrents. And what torrenting is it's a special program that you use to download. Well, while you download and while you have the file in your torrent program, it's also uploading that file to other people. So you're downloading it from somebody, and then people are also downloading it from you while this is happening. So that's why copyright companies hate torrents, because it's not just that you're downloading it, it's that you're also sharing it. But it makes it really good for sharing, because it means you can download a little bit at a time, and if your internet goes out or you have to like stop before the download finishes, it doesn't delete the file and make you have to start over. It just pauses the download, and then you can come back to it whenever. And also it helps a lot of people download faster because they're downloading from everybody instead of just one place. But direct download is when you go to like Mega or Mediafire, or when you just like right click a file and say save as, and that's just from wherever that file is, you're just taking it. And that is really hard to track. I'm sure if you're getting into like dark web stuff, they can still get you for that. But if you're just downloading like movies or TV shows or comics or whatever, or books, like you will literally never get in trouble for that. If you can find direct download links, mostly what they do is they go after the websites that host those links to get them taken down. But if you find a website that has links and those links work, I guess the other risk is make sure that what you're downloading is what you're downloading and not a virus. Because that's a risk with anything you see on the internet. But, download everything. Keep a copy. As I go through my MP3 or a car, download a car. Keep a car. As I go through my MP3 library, there are songs that like this was like a Vocaloid song that I ripped from YouTube. Some of them like less than a year ago, and I was going to try to find the video to copy new track art that's like square instead of rectangle, so that it looks nicer in my library. And I go to find the song is gone. The video is no longer there. The artist that uploaded it is just gone. They're no longer there. A lot of them are just straight. I'm like, what happened here? Did you just like give up and decide that you hate art music and so you're deleting all your stuff? Or did like did somebody be like, you used a melody from my song, the Vocaloid walked away? I learned Miko. Like, it makes me wonder, I'm like, did you get into like a fight with somebody? We just don't know. But I have the song. Oh, you have to put a space. I think it's him space hat. That'll get you the him hat. The list is probably better too, because I only have the one him hat. It might also just be called him. Well, the fact that the combo about fighting and videos not being around has been talked about before. It's because my MP3 sorting has been it's been like a months long process. I have a lot of songs, and a lot of them were downloaded a decade ago as a teen or a young adult. Actually, no, it's more than a decade if I was a teen. This has been a long time. I probably have some from so long ago. Can him hat have a him hat? No, I don't have hat stacks for him and the. And it's also disabled for me. We didn't do a hat day this year. I thought about it, but I didn't realize that it was hat day until like the day before hat day. And I'm like, I don't want to set up all the hat stuff. That's too much. I was gonna say, yeah, I do have a him mask. Do I have a the mask? Still plenty of days in the year. Well, International Hat Day is a specific day of the year. I was thinking of maybe because the International Hat Day is like a brain cancer charity event thing. And while I do think that's a very good cause, the sad truth of my heart is I don't care that much about brain cancer charity. I think maybe there could be other charities that I would feel more motivated to do a fundraiser for. So I'm thinking of maybe switching up Hat Day to a different thing. Forget International Hat Day, do it on a different day of the year. We can still have it be Hat Stream, but it doesn't have to necessarily be Hat Day Stream. You know what they say, it's November the 26th somewhere in the world. It's always Friday somewhere. Now we all have our masks. Mask of my own face. I'd wear that. I'd wear that. 1 minute of glory. Hi, Finchy. I hope you are having a Monday. I hope everybody is still having a Monday. I don't think it's reached Tuesday's territory yet for anybody. At least not until, later. Having a Monday ugh. It's 420. It's the funny weed day. Maybe that's what I should have been hoping you were all having a good one of. I hope you're all having a good funny weed day. I forgot. Wait, that means it's the anniversary of Mother 3's release in Japan. Happy Mother 3 Day, everybody. It's Blaziken's birthday? Just every Blaziken? In the world? It's Juno's birthday. Happy birthday, Mother 3 Japan! I guess you don't even have to specify Japan because there's never been a Mother 3 release in the Western world. 4 hours of sleeping at work. What a wonderful weed day. Wait, you got to sleep at work? I think I'm reading that wrong. There we go. There's our weed beanie. Happy birthday, Tint's friend. 4 hours is not enough sleep. I don't think I got a good sleep. I had stress dreams. I had a stress dream that I went back to my old job and they made me do work and I couldn't remember how to do it because it's been so long, and technically I wasn't hired there, so they weren't paying me. Illegal. Actually literally illegal, but extra illegal because what the fuck? You can't make somebody do a job that they're not jobbed at and also not paid for. Hi, Jam. I hope you're having a good weeds day. You don't have a company nap hammock? I don't have any hammock. Why were you working there? In my dream or in the real world? Because in the real world, it was because they paid me money because I was employed. In the dream world, I don't remember. I just remember I had to go back there and do work. And I was like, wait, but I don't even work here anymore. Why am I doing any of this? I'm not even gonna get paid for this. And they were just like, no, you have to answer these emails and train these people. In the dream, why are you being forced to work somewhere you're not employed? Because it was a dream. Dreams do these stuff. And when I was done with my day of work in the dream, yippee, I got a ride home from a coworker who isn't even a real person in the real world. This was an entire individual my brain made up, but they gave me a ride home, but they couldn't find my house and didn't have a GPS, so they just dropped me off in the vicinity, which I was like, well, I guess this is 4 blocks away from where I live, so I can just walk. But then when I tried to walk home, get this, all of the roads were being like crazy under construction and I had to walk around weird ways. And then I woke up and I said, thank God none of that was real, because that sucked real bad. But I woke up too early and I was so mad at my dream that I couldn't go back to bed. So I was not well rested. I don't think it was like a 4-hour sleep type situation. I think it was like 6 or 7 hours, but that's less than I want. I want my 8 or 9 hours of sleep, please. Had a recurring dream for the longest time that somehow you didn't complete all your high school classes. Had to go back to high school and pick right up where left off. Yes, it was just like Detective Conan, but different. I finally got freed from school stress dreams. I used to have school stress dreams until like a few years ago. Usually they were college-centric, where it would be like, oh, I'm in college and finals are next week, but I haven't been to classes in months, so I have to like dig through my bag and pull out my syllabus and figure out like what I was supposed to be studying. And try to cram real fast so I can get as much % on my final as I could. But, I stopped having those, but now I have work-related stress dreams. Still get uni nightmares. I'm fingers crossed. I think I'm safe now. At least for now. Maybe not forever. Can you stop doing that? What if my nodes is doing strange things? Maybe it's okay and I can just leave it. Stop. Why are you doing that? Let me show y'all something. It's time for here's the weird zoomed in sneak peek of this stream. I'm trying to line up my pants. And when I move this, it teleports nodes. I think that means that the part of the, like, stop that. Why are you all the way over here? Why are you all the way over here? I think it means that the purple. It's so I can see it good. It's so I can tell the leg from the pelvis part of the pants. The thigh part of the pants is a different purple. Why? I think it's because the shape of the art mesh is outside of the transformer and it doesn't know what to do with that. I'm pretty sure that's what the issue is, but I also thought I fixed that. But now I gotta check. And that probably means I gotta redo all of my thing if it's doing that. Just get hodgepodge dreams for some reason. What's a hodgepodge dream? Is it just like you have like a bunch of dreams in one night? Or just like random dreams? Do you have stress dreams about classes and then you wake up and go to those classes? I mean, those used to be my work stress dreams, is I'd get stress dreams about work and then I'd have to wake up and go to work. Usually the real life, though, is not as bad as the stress dream version. You'd be at high school, but as an adult talking to people you don't know. You have to make dream friends. Purgle. Alright, where is... What is it? What's in here? What's the issue? It's not... I got rid of all the grids. Everything is within the bounds. The grid, the final frontier. At some point, I had grid. I had like little, like kind of wire mesh looking stuff over all of my shapes to make it easier to tell when I'm transforming stuff how it would affect it if I swap out my textures to have patterns on them. But then I realized that's too much work and I don't care. So I got rid of them. You know what I realized that I've been doing a complicated way this whole time? So you know my blue outline? You know my special radioactive aura where I have a little bit of blue around me? A little bit of cyan, a little bit of a very, very light blue. So that's part of the model. So that's like, there's texture files for that in Live 2D. Every shape that I have, I had to draw a slightly bigger shape, all blue, so I could have an outline. I could have just been doing that in OBS. Blue and Cyan, also known as Rockman. Hi, Koro. Where's my VTuber thing? Where's my VTuber layer? Like, I could just be doing that. I could just be doing this in OBS and have it however thick, however, I can skew, I could offset it. I could have a strange outline. I could have just been doing this the whole time. And have one less texture file.
John Madden.
John Madden. It could be any color I want. It could be purple. Just noticed Ivy had a blue outline. That's been here the whole time. It wasn't quite as
John
bright
Madden.
on my very first PNG tuber. I think it was just like a very pale blue, almost white. At some point, it's red when vampire. Yeah. But I think this... my pulsating red. That was just the good vibes you spread manifesting. No, that's the radiation for my core. Don't touch me. At least not for too long. I think it will have ill effects on your skin. But if I did it through OBS, then I could just put it on or off whenever and have several for like different colors so people could like switch the colors of my outline. And I wouldn't have to draw it for every single shape and outfit and accessory and whatever. So I might... oh, it would go around like my tablet and stuff too, but maybe that's good. Maybe it's good that way. Unexpected affectionate cat encounter. How to proceed. Pet the cat. So first of all, pet the cat. First of all, what you gotta do is you gotta pet the cat. There was a cat and freshwater freak in it just now. You heard it. Also, hi, Jag. I hope you're having a good weeds day. Compress the cat into a cube. Well, don't do that. Was anybody old enough to remember Bonsai Kitten? Or I guess internet savvy enough if you're not old? Maybe you have to be both. I don't know. Rings a bell why. It was like a fake website that you know how, like, Japan has that thing where it's like you grow a watermelon in a square container and then you get a square watermelon and then you can buy square watermelons? They did this for cats. They were like, if you put a cat in a container because kittens are soft and malleable, that sounds horrible. Like, they didn't actually do it. It was like a prank website, and because, of course, it was like early 2000s, it's that edgy humor that's not actually funny. But they were like, if you grow a kitten in a hoax site, if you grow a kitten in a cube, you'll end up with a square cat. But a lot of people got upset and thought it was real, and like, it's called PETA about it, and they're like, they're abusing cats, and it's like, this isn't real. People were sending emails about that. People were so mad. I was, I think, in elementary school at the time. But compressing the cat into a cube has reminded me of the existence. So hi, Higadorinion. I hope you are having a good Monday. I hope you are having a good Weeds day. Can I can't adjust this because it's doing evil to me. What if I do this? That fixes the problem. Or does it? Wait, no, it doesn't. Oh no. Oh no, what hath I been done? What hath been wrought? Is it too big? If people thought animal abuse was happening, you understand, though maybe they should have done some better research. I mean, it's one of those things where it should have been common sense that, like, these people are not putting a cat in a cube and growing it into a cube cat. Like, it was very much somebody just trying to be a prankster. I'm trying to think if there's like a modern day equivalent of like if you go to a website and it tries to tell you about a really big lie. All I know about is crouton.net, and it only tells you the truth of a picture of a crouton. Seem well fed, but you left out a bowl of food also. It's probably somebody's outdoor cat. I think you should steal it. You can go to crouton.net. Wait, I have it go if you spell crouton like that? Was that microwave your phone prank from a while back? Onion News headlines? Onion News only tells the truth. I would say the like TikToks that tell you to like mix cleaning supplies, but that one's... it should be common sense, but it's not for everybody. Like, if you don't know enough about chemicals, you wouldn't know which ones cause gas that kills you. Just harmful misinformation. And the website wasn't actually tricking anybody into putting their cats in a cube. It was just saying, like, you can buy our cube cats, and then you couldn't actually buy anything. Imagine listening to TikTok on the clock, but the party don't stop, and now whoa, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 oh. It's a bop. Oh, imagine listening to advice from TikTok. Bear milk. Bear milk. It's like bear milk. It's like bear milk. It's like the website that's like, we source manly milk from bears. It's better than tiger milk. It's like nobody's going out there and milking grizzly bears. Nobody's actually doing that. It's like somebody calling bear milk as animal abuse because they're like, they're abusing bears. It's like they're not actually doing any of that. You got it right the first time, continue. Onion News said dog eye booger wiped back on dog. Hello, PETA. Rude. No! Rude to dog. Grizzly Milk domain expired. That's tragic. Did they get a new domain or are they just out? Did they just, their site's gone? That's crazy. Everybody should have downloaded Grizzly Milk. Now it's gone off the internet forever unless Internet Archive got it. Surely somebody must have snapshotted that. Okay, what do I do about this? The shape. Wait. The shape is within the thigh. Fucked up hamster facts. My hamster bites me even though I'm nice to him. It's so mean of hamster. Where's the one that's like this caterpillar that I use has grown wicked? The problem with memes is I'm really bad at, is this a findthatmeme.com? Is that all of them are just in my Tumblr likes, and I don't think I have a way to search that. Hamster has heard the story of microwaves. In my ongoing MP3 sorting, I did go through and make sure all the correct albums were labeled for all of my Weird Al tracks. And it did remind me that the top tier humor categories of the like 90s, people love things like hamsters in the microwave, weasel, Pop Goes the Hamster, weasels. People don't talk about weasels as much anymore, as if there's something unusual or silly. Biodome is like if you have half a sphere and there's aminals in it, I think. Okay, I think I know what the pants problem is. I think it's the warp deformer, a layer above this one, was too small. I think. No, we already got this one. Wolfpeck. Probably one of the, this is the worst aspects of the 90s rolled into one movie, never watch it. But what if I want to experience everything? If I want to experience the world. Off royalty, but you've been warned. What was the thing I saw a clip from today that I wanted to see? Wait, my blog and posts are excluded from Tumblr search? Why? Nobody's allowed to find me. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Speaking of weasels, did you hear about the weasel that broke into a particle accelerator in 2016 and warped to a different timeline? That's why everything since was fucked up? I think so, but I might be confusing it with the cockatoo that destroyed a rocket. Did the weasel actually get, like, particle accelerated into oblivion? Cockahoo? Cockatoo. There's a bird that, like, ruined a rocket launch. I forget if it, like, chewed through some wires or plating or something. Well, that goes hard. Can we play Deantown? Yeah, but you have to type !MS space the link to the song. Unless it's in the side here. Wolfpack, it gets funkier, but every time it... Ah! Level raid! Hello, 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 hello. CERN suspiciously transported antimatter. They did it with specialized equipment and a box truck.
Can you make the drum faster?
I don't think we can put antimatter in a truck. Make the drums faster? Yes, actually. Hi, Lamo. I hope you had a good art. I hope you had a good Artunde. Thank you. Welcome. You got such good art progress done. Is good your EP. Such is the way of the ending a stream. When the stream ends, That's powerful. When the stream ends, the sleepy so big. TheSleepySoBig.com. It gets funkier, goes so hard, you must know what spin they put. Okay, we'll see. Wolfpack Sky Mall's getting added to the downloads. Gets funkier, but every time it gets funkier, it gets... Hold on. It gets funkier, but every time it gets funkier, it gets funkier. Make sure that this is normal speed, okay? More funk, but at what cost? Wolfpack, but every time it gets funkier, I get sleepier. The price. The price is the cost. Has it gotten funkier yet? I can't tell. Wait, do I still have night coffee? I still have night coffee. I love to still have night coffee because that means I can still drink my night coffee. Sometimes I don't have night coffee anymore. And that's when things get sad. Or at least less happy than when I have night coffee. Okay, I think... Do they just up the BPM? Is that all they're doing? Ah. I'm on the wrong layer. How do you like your coffee? With chocolate sauce and creamer in it, so it tastes like a really good hot chocolate. Need some caffeine. I got that, I think it's an ADHD thing. I got that thing where caffeine doesn't like energize me or keep me awake so much. I don't get like caffeine jitters, but it does help me focus so big. It cut to a recording of a different recording of the song? Interesting. Which is why I'm allowed to have night coffee, because I dink my night coffee at 7 p.m. and I do my stream. And then after stream, I take a shower and I go to bed. And it's nice. Low volume funk, 82 BPM. Recently, I realized that you can just put milk and sugar in your coffee. and it also tastes good. So if I run out of creamer, it's not the end of the world. I've got my everlasting oat milk. Technically, there's 7 It Gets Funkier versions. Fascinating. Sugar, but that's forbidden? Why is it forbidden? Sugar has the taste. Sugar has the flavor. You can put sugar in your tea, you can put sugar in your coffee, you can put sugar on your croissants. You can put sugar on your fruit. You can... What else do I put sugar on? You can put sugar on salt. Then you've got salty sugar. When I was younger, when I was a kid and a teen, I had a hard time with foods that were too much like other foods. Everybody click that link, by the way. Go follow Lummo. If you're not already following Lummo, now's your chance to make a change in your life. Go to www.lummostreams.com and click there, and you can see really, really good Lummo art, and you can see really, really good Salmon Run gameplay, and you can see Lummobot, and you can see Cod Buddy. You can put sugar. Go to lummostream.com and you can put sugar. Type ! sugar. Fries and potato wedges. Some people do sugar their fries. Where did I get fries from recently that sugared them? I don't remember. I think I prefer my fries without sugar. Dip fries in Shake, which is kind of like that. It wasn't In-N-Out. I don't think it was Shake. Was it Shake Shack? No, it couldn't have been Shake Shack. Maybe it was like I think it was like a chicken place. Maybe like a Buffalo Wild. No. What's the other one? One of those Wingstop? One of the wing places. Never potato fries. Sweet potato fries was one of the foods I had an issue with as a child. I didn't like sweet potato fries because my brain wanted them to taste like French fries, and then I ate them and they didn't taste like French fries. And, so I never liked them. But then I came around to that at some point. I'm like, no, they're not French fries, they're sweet potatoes, but different. They're not French fries, but different. They're sweet potatoes, but different. And then they were good. Caramel corn, I still haven't really come around to. Every time I eat caramel corn, I'm just like, I just wish this was popcorn. I just wish this was normal popcorn and not caramel corn. Coffee, they're only French fry in shape. Coffee, I always wanted it to taste like hot chocolate because that's what it smells like to my nose. And then I would drink it and I'm like, it tastes really bad. But then I would just drink black coffee because I would be like, no, this is water, but with flavor. And then that was fine. And I was like, okay, I can only drink black coffee. And then at some point I'm like, if I put enough cream and sugar or creamer and chocolate sauce, then it does become a fancy hot chocolate. And now it's good again. Drinking salty water right now, Pedialyte. Get your electrolytes, dink a Gatorade. They put brown cinnamon sugar on sweet potato fries. I mean, it depends where you're at. It depends where you're going. I've seen more places that will put sugar on just like their French fry mix. Do you add any of the shakers to your popcorn, or is it just butter? It depends. I had shakers, but they all got solidified. So I think I'm gonna have to throw them out, lest I resign myself to chiseling away at them every time I add flavor to mine popcorn. Get a Gator make Gatorade. I used to just do butter and salt on like homemade I have a popcorn maker. The kind where you put the kernels in and it gets really loud and goes, you know, like the guy in the Homestar Me. One of those things. Classic old school popcorn maker. Hot air blow your kernels into popped corn. You can bust the bottle and hammer it. Air popper, yeah. My brain really wanted to call it an air fryer, but it's not that. Clearly I don't own an air fryer. I have a toaster oven, and I have a popcorn maker, and I have a blender. I won't forget about my blender. And I have a hot water dispenser for my teas and coffees. Because of the sheer amount of teas and coffees I drink, I decided to invest in a hot water dispenser, and it was a good decision. Now I always have hot water for my dinks. Still use oil? Love popcorn, getting the kernel stuck in your teeth, you just don't really eat them anymore. I like popcorn, but I always forget that I have it. I always forget it's an option. If I ever remember, it's when I'm watching a movie, but I never watch enough movies. Air fryer for corn. Yours uses oil. I was like, mine is literally just hot air. It's just a strange shape, and you put a scoop of the kernels in it, and then you plug it in, and there's no on or off switch. You just plug it in, and it starts getting so loud, and it blows hot air, and the kernels crumble around inside of it until they get popped, and when they get popped, now they're lighter than the air, so the air blows them out into your bowl. You have to put the bowl under it, or else it puts popcorn all over your floor. And then you melt yourself some butter, except I don't even melt butter. I do like country crock, because my butter is too precious and used for baking. So I can't believe it's not butter substitute. I just melt that and put it on the popped corn and some salt to stick to the bubber, and then I shuffle it around. And then if I have a shaker, and think about it, do you own fancy butter? It's just sticks of butter. It's just whatever is just at the grocery store. I think it's store brand butter. But I think butter by itself, butter is fancy to me. That's like, this is for what? Suzu Raid! Hello, 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 hello. We're talking about butter. I can't believe it's not fancy butter. Mostly I use butter for baking and cooking. If I'm ever like buttering toast, I do the spread tub stuff, mostly because that's just easier to spread. If I kept butter outside of the fridge, maybe it would be easier to spread, but then that risks Pit Pat licking it. She will lick the butter. Meowdy. Konnichi nya. Actually, it's konbanya because it's nighttime. Hi, Suzu. Welcome in, welcome in. You're playing WoW. Did you leveled up? Did you complete a quest? Did you do did you get an item? Did you grind for something? Did you do an adventure? Did you have a good time? Did you smile so big? Konbanya. Kitty can have a little butter as a treat.
Meow.
I don't think you can meow into an awoo. It just doesn't work that way.
Oh no! Oh no!
Do you take a bite out of butter before putting it in the dishes? No. I don't do this. You miss non-refrigerator butter, but knowing you'd forget about it and you'd fossilize or something? Yeah. I don't know how long are you allowed to keep butter outside of the fridge? No butter for kitty. Well, kitties aren't supposed to have butter. They're not good at digesting dairy, I believe. So you should not, it's not the end of the world if they get their hands on it, but it's not good for their tummy. So you shouldn't give it to them. So Pit Pat, it craves dairy. She loves butter and she loves cream and she will do crimes. She will lick the butter that I've set on the counter to soften when I'm baking, or she'll lick the frosting off of cookies and cakes if I'm not paying attention or putting them somewhere where she can't get them. You keep butter out indefinitely, but you use a stick within a week. See, I do not go through butter. I mean, I'll use a stick if I'm doing a recipe that calls for a full stick. But, your mold pilot isn't dead, so it should be fine. What's a mold pilot? Do you have a little astronaut that flies around your house shooting the mold into oblivion? Huh? You keep it unrefrigerated permanently. Finish a stick every couple weeks. Pilot that is mold. You have a little man made of mold who flies around your house. Chibi Robo, but for mold? Is it like a mold Roomba? Is it like a, what do you call them? Not air fresheners. Not a dehumidifier. The one that air go in bad, come out good. Filter? Air filter? No, is that what they're called? The machine? Air purifier, that's the word I'm looking for. Filtrator. Air purifier is what I'm looking for. I have one of those in my room, in my bedroom, and I was hoping it would help keep my room from getting dusty so fast, but my room still gets dusty really fast. Mold pilot is the pilot that didn't break the mold and is stuck in there. Are you putting mold in a petri dish? Dyson or some shiz. That's a fan. You can see your mold pilot. Gundam of Flesh, piloted by a mold pilot. Duh. I'm only the one me. I'm only the one me, so I'm the only one who's gonna be eating this butter. When I lived with family, when I lived with my parents and my brother, we were a butter in the fridge family, and if we were having like a fancy meal with like rolls or something, then the butter would come out before the dinner and soften, and then it would just go back in the fridge after. And we never just had like a stick out and about. Set the wrong for your apologies. Assigned mold pilot at Ify stream. Bum be dum bum 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 bum. I've thought about keeping butter out and eating butter. I think butter is probably more expensive than the tubs of Country Crock, at least on like on a per ounce basis or whatever. Price per amount of butter you get. Everybody click that link, by the way. Go to www.twitch.tv.com/ Am I following you? Hold on. Am I following you? I have to make sure. I'm not. We're fixing that. I've realized recently that there's people I simply forgot to follow on Twitch, and I thought I was following them the whole time. And then I go to their page someday and I see the button still says follow, and I say, what do you mean I haven't been following this person? Everybody go do this. Go to www.twitch.tv/simplysuzu and go click the follow button and go see some cool streams and go have a good time. Thank you for allowing me to indulge in your funkier. I love to hear a funky bits. I love to hear a funky bippin'. Could have a little butter as an expensive treat. No, I don't have an income. I can't afford the fancy butter. I have to buy discount butter. I haven't actually been making any changes to my grocery budget. What I've realized is that my living on a budget thing is literally no scrimping and saving I do in any of my expenses that I am allowed to scrimp and save on will have any effect compared to like my when I run out of money is dependent on my rent. Even if I save as much money as I can buying groceries, it will not change. It will not let me pay another month rent because rent is so expensive. $1 million. It's not that much, but it's still very expensive. They make you pay dollars to live in a house or an apartment. Bum bum be-dum bum bum be-dum bum. I hope I fixed this leg issue. No, we're good. Any advice on owning a cat? Gonna adopt one soon. Hope you get a new money job. Good. Me too. I still have enough savings that I'm allowing myself to be a little bit picky. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm just applying for every... I sat really, really hard this morning looking at a job listing where I'm like, it seems like an okay job, but the pay is lower than I want. Do I apply for this and just go for it and they're probably not even going to call me back anyway, or do I allow myself to be picky and hold out for a job that'll let me save money again? That's all the list. All right, we're going back to Nico Medleys. I love you, Nico Medleys. Advice for owning a cat. I forget, are you the one who's funding the cat as well? Do you have to pay for like the vet bills and stuff? Or you just need advice living with a cat? Because if this is like your cat and you have to buy the food and pay the vet bills, then advice is mostly financial. Set aside like $100 a month as your cat budget to go to like food and just like have a cat fund set aside. Yeah, set aside the big money cash wads, because the cat, like the vet, you're supposed to take your cat to the vet once for their yearly checkup, and if there's ever any issues, you should have money set aside, because vet bills are expensive. Like, you'll get hit with $1,000, couple $1,000 bill if something happens, and you want to have that money set aside ahead of time, a little bit a month, instead of getting hit with that all at once and being like, well, damn, this is too much money. If you take minoxidil, Rogaine, other hair treatments, don't do that with the cat. Switch to oral root. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I know, don't ever buy lilies. Lily pollen is super toxic to cats. Even if you keep the flower like out of reach where the cats can't get it, even if the pollen like falls on the floor and then the cats groom themselves and like step on it, that's super toxic to cats. Don't feed them onions or grapes. Those are toxic. Just look up like which human foods are toxic to cats as a good reminder, because there's like a lot of them you wouldn't expect. Anything like onion or garlic is not for cats to eat. Kitty had his checkup and found he had an ear infection. Exam plus meds was like $300. Yeah, and honestly, that's not even bad. Like, my cats will have like, oh, they're due for their, they have to get rabies vaccines like on the regular. There's like 1 year vaccine, like 1 year rabies vaccine and 3 years rabies vaccine or something like that. Yeah, feed me the garlic and onion. Feed her Drondi the garlic and onion. It's good for humans, not for cats. Sometimes I'll take a cat and it'll be like $500, $600 a cat just for like their routine shots and stuff. Like, they don't even have an issue. They don't even have to take any medicine. It's just their stuff. Yeah, you may think that, oh, you only have to get your cats vaxxed when you first get them. No, it's regular. You have to keep them up with that. Harvey's got bad tummy. So I've had a couple times where I've taken him, like, can we like do some tests and stuff just to see, like, make sure there's nothing wrong in there? And it's like, it'll be like $1,000 for things like x-rays or like blood tests and stuff. And sometimes they don't find anything, and it's like, well, that's $1,000 gone. Just like humans, rabies is every 3 years. Yeah, there's like 2 rabies vaccines. There's one that's 1 year and one that's 3 years, so you get to pick which one. I think the 3 years is more expensive, but again, you only have to get it every 3 years instead of 1 year. Just like real life. It might also depend on your vet. My vet always asks which one I want. I say do the 3 years because going to the vet stresses my cats out, or at least getting poked with needles stresses them out. So, yeah, $1,000 for peace of mind about your kitty, at least for the year. Not really, because his tummy's still bad, and if they didn't find anything, it means maybe something else is in it. He's just got cat IBS. Right now, my theory is he just, like, if he gets stressed out, I think it's stress. I don't think there's anything, like, wrong with his organs or blood or anything. I think he just gets bad poops when he's stressed. But he also gets stressed. He's such a scaredy cat. He gets scared of loud sounds. They like mow the grass outside and he gets scared about it. I vacuum and he gets scared about it. Oh, I think I mentioned this before, but get a spot cleaner. Get a spot cleaner, because cats have hairballs or will kick their stuff out of the litter box. I'm lucky my cats aren't the kind that like piss everywhere. They're really good about using their litter box, but Harvey does have bad poops, and sometimes if it's like super diarrhea poops, it'll end up out of the box when he's done with it. A little drips now and then, just gross, but it means you gotta clean it up. And Pit Pat is gung-ho about kicking, so sometimes she kicks stuff out of the box afterwards. So get prepared to clean that up. Harvey does like hairballs and throw up a lot too because of his tummy troubles. So I spent a couple years without a spot cleaner, and I would just like go through rolls of paper towels to clean up wherever there was hairballs and stuff. But then I got a spot cleaner and it actually cleans stuff very nice and it doesn't waste all my paper towels. So that's a recommendation. It's a shelter and they're amazing. You get a kitty with FIV from them. They'll pay all the vet visits to make sure their kitties are taken care of. Oh, that's nice. Also having cat stuff saved up is good for like if you need to go on vacation and need to like put the cats in boarding or pay a pet sitter to take care of them. The spot cleaner, not a hand vacuum. So they're carpet cleaners. It's a carpet cleaner, but small. It's basically like it's a weird vacuum that also has like a water tank that you put cleaner in. And so like a rug doctor, yeah. Yeah, there's like different brands. If I just Google spot cleaner, I think it comes up. Yeah, the spot cleaner is the name of the kind of vacuum. Carpet and upholstery cleaner, spot cleaner. I think what I did was I just checked Reddit, like good spot cleaner for pets. Pet portable carpet and upholstery cleaner, deep cleaner, auto car detailer with self-cleaning brush, tough stain, and pet hair removal tool. One of them's gonna run you like $100, $200. But, like, it's one of those things where it's an appliance, so you buy it one and then you just have it. I actually have to figure out a good way to clean it, because it's getting a little funky, and I'm like, the shapes of this machine do not... It's a machine made to clean my carpet, but how do I clean the machine that cleans my carpet? How do I get the hair that's, like, stuck in the corner in there? Figure it out. Do not vacuum cat litter. It messes up your vacuum a lot and will kill it. That's good to know. Get a broom, sweep that up. I love you, Nico Nico Medleys. We'll do a Dean Town after the medleys then. What else? What else is cat advice? I don't know. Cat, like, the thing about animals is they're all different. They're all different and they all have different likes and stuff. Harvey really likes to cuddle. Pit Pat likes her own space most of the time, but she'll just pick times that she likes to never give your cat bacon. Never? I don't think I've ever given my cats bacon, but is it because then they'll never stop asking for bacon? I assume it's not good for them because it's high in fat. But I'm like, I can't imagine I can't imagine it would like poison them. Doubly so for cats, they have very different personalities. Yeah. Pit Pat and Harvey are very different. Pit Pat kind of learns. Harvey does not. Harvey has no concept of consequences. Does not understand that his actions have consequences. 10 times out of 10, he'll go try to sit right next to Pit Pat and she'll like hiss and bite him and run away. And then he'll just sit there like, huh, that was strange. And then he'll go repeat the process. Harvey has no laws, no boundaries. Harvey's really stupid. He's really simply not smart. And he gets into mischief. There's a lot of things cats can do that are mischievous. I'm lucky that neither of my cats are the kind that like knock things over. Sometimes when they get the zoomies, they'll like run into stuff and knock it over that way. But they don't do that thing where they like go on a shelf and just paw things off of it. Sup, dinguses, you're finally home from work. Hi, Pass. Welcome home from work. We're talking cats. We're talking cats, and what advice do you have for a new cat owner? Wouldn't want to overgrease a cat. But one of Harvey's habits. So one of Harvey's things is he likes to eat tape and plastic. So what this means is my life now, a very big part of my life is making sure that I don't leave any tape or plastic accessible to a cat. And you'd think maybe that's not so hard. Maybe that's not so hard, but that means if you're eating a snack, you gotta throw that wrapper away immediately, and you have to make sure it goes in the trash can. Because if you set it down and like walk out of the room for a second, Harvey will get it. Harvey will get it. He'll eat it and he'll get it and he'll throw it up and he won't realize that it made him sick, and he'll do it again and again. If I order something and I open the box, I have to seal away that box or like take it outside to the recycling immediately, because otherwise he'll go eat the tape off of it. Harvey likes to open cabinets too. He likes to just open doors. He'll go into my kitchen and like paw open the like pots and pans cabinet. So I have to make sure that I either child lock those cabinets if there's stuff in there he shouldn't be getting, or just make sure there's nothing in there that could harm a cat. Yeah, lock up your medicine or chemical cabinets. Yeah, make sure the things that will make your cat sick are inaccessible to cats. But also, like, that might not be an issue. You might not have a cat that eats tape. Pit Pat doesn't try to eat tape and plastic. She just tries to lick the butter. Harvey doesn't even care about butter. He only wants to eat tape. Yeah, scoop their litter regularly. Yeah. You're gonna want to scoop that multiple times a day. As often as they use it, ideally. I'd say once in the morning, once in the evening is like what I have pets, like if I'm out of town and I have my dad come take care of them, I have him come scoop twice a day, but ideally you'd be doing it more. You're so fucking cooked. Get uncooked. Get raw. Don't overfeed them tuna. Wants to bring you Wendy's. I was about to say I've never had Wendy's in my life, but that's simply not true. I've eaten a Wendy before. I'm not on the right layer. As you speak, your cat's pawing at your trash bin. He's like, meow. Yeah, some cats will just, some cats are messy, or some cats try to like destroy things or claw things. Oh. Your cats are probably gonna try to claw your carpets and furniture. Make sure you have a lot of cardboard scratchers around so that they're less tempted by the things that you don't want them to claw up. For furniture, you can get like covers and stuff to help dissuade them from clawing it. If they're clawing, if it's really a problem, definitely a cat tree. You're gonna need to deck out your house in some furniture and stuff for them. At least one cat tree. I think I have a cat tree. Yeah, gotta get a cat tower for sure. Cardboard scratchers also, they use those things up, so you're gonna need to, that's another expense in the cat budget that you're gonna need to like buy regularly. Even the like scratchers, the like cat trees and stuff, if they're carpeted, the carpet gets torn all up, so you're gonna either need to reupholster it or get a new one at some point. Sisal lasts longer, the sisal rope ones, but even those they can like cut through. If they tear the sisal rope, you gotta rewind it. Cats love boxes. They do. I can't let my cats appreciate boxes because Pit Pat tears them up and Harvey will try to eat the tape off of them. You're trying to calculate your potential grade in one of your classes because you have a D and you're really upset, so you're trying to mitigate that while doing an assignment for another class really late and you're really hungry. Well, you've got 2 debuffs currently. You've got late night tired and hunger, which, if I know anything about science, that's really bad for your mood. That's the equation to get miserable. How long is the semester? Does semester just start or is it ending soon? Did spring semester just start? Because if it just started and you have a D, it should be okay. You've still got May and June, right? Maybe? Semester ends in 2 weeks! Well... Wait, this medley is kind of a bop. You're just sad. Yeah. Some things are just like that. It's not... Affect yourself. It's honestly not the end of the world. It's gonna feel like you wasted a course, but like, if you must, you can retake it. If it's not, if it's something you need for like your major, you can just retake it. That's fine. Maybe you'll have better luck if it's with a different teacher or like at a different time of day, or just because you already have what you knew from the first time, you get a second time around, that is easier. Just nightmares about you getting a D? That's insane. Oh yeah, D isn't even a fail. It's only like if it's a class that's a prerequisite for another class. A lot of those are like you need a C or more in this to take the next one. Or I think if it's a major class, sometimes those are like you need a certain GPA. She's insane. Your mom's insane. I was gonna say never listen to a mom, but I've actually got a pretty good mom. I've got a pretty good mom who's worth listening to. And she's paying for your schooling. I mean... So if the class... If the D is a pass... Yeah, if she's the A is an only good grade mom. I mean, like, there's not... Here's the thing, is, like, there's some things where it's just like, well, we are where we're at, and there's like, not much we can do about it at this point. Like, if your teacher doesn't have any makeup stuff for you, then it's like, well, it's just gonna be a D. You're both just gonna have to move on about it. She's probably gonna be really annoying and obnoxious about it, but also, like... She's insane, so it seems like maybe her opinion on the matter doesn't matter so much. Yeah, 1C or 1C. It's stupid. The thing about college... Yeah, should have saved that shit for something harder. Like, yeah, you were like dying, not actually dying, but like you were literally living in pain body. Like... The fact that you're getting good, like, decent grades, doing your school at all is pretty impressive, honestly. I had no pain when I went to college. And I got C's in my classes, not all of them. So I was definitely one of the kids where it's like, if I don't care about this class, I'm phoning it in. I'm getting the minimum requirement to pass. If it's the major classes that I'm enjoying, got C's in a crap ton of classes, yeah. I was like, the classes that I enjoyed and good at, A's and B's. The classes that I'm just taking to fill credits or do my GEs, C's generally. Unless it was like a rare, really good teacher or like a really easy class. One class the teacher fucked you over, rude. Yeah, like, and the thing about college is your GPA, like, straight up doesn't matter. It only matters within the confines of the college for, like, class prerequisites. Like, if your major requires a certain GPA to take other classes or to graduate, that's what matters. But, like, overall GPA after you graduate, nobody cares. Your high school GPA matters only because colleges care about that. After college, I don't think anybody ever asks your GPA. I don't even think they care that you have a degree, but they don't care whether you got it with like a 3.4 or a 4.0 or a 5.9. I don't think you can get a 5.9 GPA. Should you remember about school? You're going back in August. Don't forget to go to your classes for 6 months. Make sure you're going to them. Credit every single class this semester. See, that's too much stress, I think. That's too much stress. Done that before, not going to class. Oh my god. The longer I stayed in school, the like more just done I was. I was definitely like calculating how many classes I could skip by my senior year. I had to do a thing where I think I graduated in like 4.5 years because my major was Japanese, like the language. And because it's a language, you can't double up and take 2 classes at the same time. You have to take one before you can take the next. So I could only take 1 class per semester. And because I started late, I was basically doomed to stay 2 extra semesters, like regardless. So I was able to like pace stuff out and like just kind of fill the gaps in my classes with whatever. And so like the longer I stayed in school, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done with this. I'm sick of tests. I'm sick of showing up about things I don't care. It sucks that people look at you weird if you're not 18 to 22. You'll have 2 classes. Really? There was definitely a wide range of people, I think, at my school of different ages. Back 4 years of college, your late 20s, made friends with the professors. I think if you're doing grad school, you're definitely going to have older peoples in there. I love Nico Nico medleys. One still does cocaine. I think that's probably bad for your health. And expensive. Unless you know people who are giving that to you for free. In which case, still probably bad for your health. We don't talk about that, though. I'm thinking about the Spider-Man plot point where they made a special poison that only kills you if you've done cocaine because they thought all politicians did cocaine and Spider-Man breathed in the gas, but because Spider-Man never did no cocaine, it didn't kill him. But now if Peter Parker does any cocaine, he'll just die instantly. If he says cocaine's probably bad for your health, I'm not a doctor. I don't know these things. I'm pretty sure that one's bad for you, but also they did, like, put it in a lot of stuff in the past, so maybe there's a certain amount of cocaine that's good for you. I really don't know. I would assume don't use cocaine unless your doctor tells you to, and if your doctor tells you to use cocaine, unless you have a very, very strange condition, maybe look for a different doctor. Arfie. 7-foot rats. Did you know there's a special rats command? Here's a special rats command that only Lummo can activate. Or me, I guess. 7-foot rats, rats along his rats. Dr. Cocainowitz! Is that like their natural born name, or did they change it? Cocaine's your favorite Has-Been Hotel character? No, I also don't know enough about Has-Been Hotel to know. Wait, no, there's one named Angel Dust, right? That's Cocaine. I know one thing about Has-Been's Hotel, I guess. I hope I fixed the strange issue with my... No! My polygons! Why are you doing this? Stop it. I thought I fixed you. Did they pay 50K for the rap battle dude to make an animation? For Has-Been Hotel? I truly don't know. I barely know. I think I know who you're talking. The, like, epic rap battles of history guy, right? I don't think I've ever actually watched one of those. Wait, not epic rap battles of history? Is there another one? This is another guy? The guy, the only thing, like, a Verbalese cartoon rap battle? Did they do one for Batman versus, Black Panther? Or the Wakanda guy? I don't remember his hero name. Because my only exposure to them is the video where it's that, but as soon as Batman opens his mouth, it's just guitar sounds for like a minute. And then it ends. I wonder if I could find that. I wonder if I can find that. No, it's just trying to give me guitar tabs. I don't want those. Ba, 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 ba. My polygons. I think they're okay. I think they're okay. My polygons. All you know about Has-Been Hotel. Has-Been Hotel is one of those things where I looked at it and I said, I think this one's not for me. Seems alright. Biscuit hammer. It looks like something other people can have fun with. But I will skip this one, thank you. Use the funds from Cartoon Rap Battle to pay for a self-insert animation of him and a Has-Been Hotel character while also stopping paying his own animators to work on the Cartoon Rap Battle. He lost Every time I hear, like, internet drama, like, people are just living their lives like this. That's crazy. Like, what was there was like a person who was running a zine, and then they like, instead of using the money that they kick-funded for the zine, they spent it all on gacha games or something, like 40K or something crazy like that. Why are people out there doing this kind of thing? You just got back. Welcome back, V. People are just living their lives like this. Pilot is the worst part of the show. Oh, I didn't even watch the pilot. Like, I know there's like a lot of weird discourse about Has Been Hotel, but I am all for, like, everybody get in your Chuny era now. Go, cringe doesn't real. Everybody go enjoy whatever you want. Have fun. The problematic isn't real. There's only actual crimes. Like, enjoy whatever you want to enjoy as long as you're not hurting anybody real. Pay your artists, of course, but like, it's cartoons on the internet. You're fine. I just like looked at the art style and looked at the like plot summary, and I was like, it simply, for me personally, simply does not catch my interest. This one's not for me. I will go watch different internet cartoons, thank you. Gambling edition do be pretty real. That's crazy. The internet scams never fail to amaze you. The zine thing, I'm pretty sure that one, yeah, wasn't even a scam. I think that was just gambling addiction. Like, I think they were gonna do the scam, and then that person just, or they were gonna do the zine, and then that person just had all that money in their bank account, and they're like, but what if I pull for my character, though? And they just kept doing it. Pit-Pat or Harvey the orange cat? Pit-Pat is the tabby. Harvey is the tuxedo. I wanted to express that. I get that, yeah. I do know that there's a lot of things where I go online and I see a thing. I'm like, okay, this looks like it's made for Hot Topic teens. So 99% there's gonna be insane discourse about it, like there's gonna be strange rumors about it, because that sort of stuff attracts haters like flies. People love to hate on the internet, and they love to hate things that are made for Hot Topic teens. They see something with too much red and black in it, and they go, this video killed somebody, and nobody checks to see if it's real or not, and then they go spread it around 1 million times, and it makes the internet worse for everyone, I think. Yeah, Verbalize also didn't scam anyone. It was just a huge dick move. I mean, like, for that one, it depends on whether he was, like, withholding payment from his animators, or he just, like, stopped making the videos so these people who were expecting to be rehired for a steady jobs suddenly no longer had steady jobs. Because, like, the first one where it's like, oh, you already did the animation, I'm just not giving you money, that's probably illegal. The second, if it's like, oh, we're just not making these, I'm not making any more of these, so I'm not hiring anybody right now, that's just one of those ones where it's like, it sucks, but like, kind of is just the way of freelance work and like contract temp work stuff. You get home from work and go back on the internet, you're like, all right, things happen here. This isn't for me, it must be for no one. Too many people on the internet have this mindset. You're allowed to look at a thing and say, I don't like this, and then move on with your life and go play with the toys that you do like. You don't have to be like, I don't like this, and therefore nobody's allowed to like it. Other people can like it just fine, it's okay. Even if it makes you upset. Even if it makes you feel disgusted. Even if it's something you look at and you say, who would ever even like a thing like this? Well, you're not everybody. Everybody's got their own thoughts and complex inner lives. Could mean something completely different to them than it does to you. Only one show you judge people for watching? Oh, right. The one TV show where every time you watch an episode, it kills one random person in the world. Why would anybody keep watching that? It kills a random person in the world every time you watch an episode. It's a communication nightmare. I feel like a lot of the times whenever people are like, the number of times I've seen where like this person is an abusive boss and they like scammed all their employees, and then I look at the details, I'm like, no, this person was just really, really inexperienced and had no business running a project this big. And I don't see malicious intent here. I just see somebody who fucked up real bad. But I contain multitudes. Everybody contains multitudes. It came free with being on Earth. Truest test of character, Rei or Asuka? Like Eva? Is this just which character you like better, or like which one you want to smooch? Or which one you want Shinji to smooch? Or which one you want to smooch the other one? If you did that for me. SpongeBob. SpongeBob died after season 3. I'm trying to think who would be the craziest pull. Forget Rei or Asuka. It's all... What's the penguin's name? Does the penguin... Is it like Pen Pen? What's the Evangelion penguin's name? Never watched Evangelion. It's pretty good. I'd if you never watched the TV show, I'd recommend the movies. No, not the Penguins of Madagascar. Evangelion has a penguin in it that everybody kind of forgets is there. It really has no reason to be there. But it's just kind of in there. The penguin. What's the penguin's name? It is Pen Pen. This fucker. Y'all seen this thing. Pen Pen is a fictional character from the Neon Genesis Evangelion franchise. He is Misato Katsuragi's pet. Although she refers to him as a member of the family, he is a warm water penguin who lives in a second freezer she keeps in her apartment. She apparently took him with her when she left her previous job. Good night, Pen Pen. Oyasumi Poon Poon. Poon Poon's a different strange bird who's not a bird, he's just a guy. When are we forcing everyone to watch Duckman? I've never seen Duckman. I've never experienced a Duckman. Duckman slaps. There's many things I need to experience. There's many things in the world. I need to give Watamote another shot. I tried watching it when I was younger, and the secondhand embarrassment got me too hard. But I'm older and wiser now. I think I could handle it. I think I could handle her shenanigans. Corn-fed is your soul animal? I think many animals are corn-fed. It's a cheap meal. Fennel time raid. Hello, raid time. Welcome in. Y'all were doing a late night karaoke, right? Or did you change your mind and do a difference? Hi, gamers. We're talking about Duckman, I think? We're talking about media that you can watch with your eyeballs. Did so karaoke. Let's go. Did you have a good time singing? Did you learn, did you use the advice that you learned from the special singing show to improve your techniques and your skills? I've never learned anything before in my life, and I'm not about to start. That's a lie. I've learned everything every day of my life, and I'm always starting. You sang so much to use none of the advice. Hell yeah. Sometimes when you sing, it's for the funs of it. Every day, I sit in my living room and I look down the hall and I think, I should record something. I should go sing a song and record. I should go make an actual cover of something. Maybe I should just do another karaoke stream. The thing about singing is it's very fun. I've been toying with the idea of doing sorry, I immediately got distracted by the Love and Joy bones breaking 3D animation. Playing with the idea of Love of Ivy karaoke. I think the very first karaoke stream I did, I had a preset set list where I like picked the songs ahead of time and practiced them and sang them all. And I think it would be fun to do another one of those because I could set up like themed costume changes for the songs. Like I could have different shirts and hats to go with each song. One of the things I was thinking is it would be really fun to do like a Steven Universe karaoke. I think that's been done. That's been overdone probably, is just sing a bunch of Steven Universe songs. But hear me out here. It would be fun. Duckman will feel sort of like 90s era BoJack Horseman that use the Rugrats style of animation. Okay, I can picture Duckman in my mind now. Everyone should do a Steven Universe karaoke. It's fun. Yeah. But I think it would be cool because then you could do the Steven Universe's karaoke, and then whenever you sing a character song, the outfits change to that character. You sing "It's Over, Isn't It?" You get a big nose and a pearl hat and the tuxedo. You sing a "Stronger Than You," and to dress up like Garnet. You could be all of them. Anything could happen. I could do a Vocaloid concert like the Miku does it and have costume changes based on the video in the Vocaloid songs. Taco P. I still need to watch the anime for that. I read the manga. Sad and good. But maybe I'll do a karaoke next week. Not a fancy big one, but maybe just a jukebox style. It's been a hot minute, I think. Or maybe I'll just keep doing co-working streams forever until this new model is done. Cause I wanna use it. I wanna play with my new toy. What do we got? I have way too many tabs open. Put this after pen so I remember which video it is. Oh, hell yeah. This is for sure gonna get me copyrights troubles. But maybe it'll be okay. It's really shock suspense. If I do an all Detective Conan opening karaoke. I have like the first 15 open. I love the Vogue. I love the just like poses. This is one of the most memorable Detective Conan openings. I have like the first 15 openings on my phone. So look at him go. Why is this dance? Why is he so serious about it? Look at him go. Why are you doing this, bro? Everybody click that link, by the way. Go to www.tv.com.twitch.tv/fenneltime and you can go hear them sing some very, very good karaokes. You can see them play some really good funnies games. You can learn everything about the universe or nothing about the universe or like a couple things about the universe. I think this is my favorite Detective Conan opening. I had to play the game of assigning track art to all of them. So I got to Google different Detective Conan openings and try to find art that is either already in square dimensions or could be cropped to square dimensions and look good on my phone. 30 years. Is that every Detective Conan open? Hold on. Is this a playlist or a video? Ain't no way we're playing 3 hours and 28 minutes of Detective Conan openings and endings. Nuh-uh. It's gotta be 50 or more at this point. Honestly, might be. It's been going for 30 years, and they have more than one opening per year, I'm pretty sure. Go back to this. It's Happy Milfwee. Oh, it's a game. Oh, it's an Idol Master. I used to use Nico Nico medleys to figure out what anime to watch. I say, surely if it has a song that's bopping enough to get put in a Nico Nico medley, it's worth watching with my eyeballs. And the truth is that's not true. Some of them are really bad, even if their theme song is catchy. But that's okay. Hi Gumi, hi Luca. I could do a karaoke stream that's just all one 3-hour Nico Nico medley. I don't know if I have, actually. I think the longest Nico Nico medleys I've heard are like 1 hour long. I guess I could pick 3 of them. Probably 100. Let me check. Detective Conan opening songs. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you, DetectiveConanWorld.com. Opening themes. There are 61 openings. 74 endings. 29 movie themes. 3 drama themes. Why are there more endings than openings? They switch that more often? The current opening is Heaven Knows by Bees. And it's from episode 1188 until question marks. For those of you who aren't sure, Bees also did the 6th Detective Conan opening.
Important lesson number 11.
Giddy giddy chop.
If he wanted to go down to the local horse head and order me up some pony nuggets, he should be able to.
That quote was said by my high school band director. Bees apparently does like a Detective Conan opening every like 6 to 10 openings. Good to see they're still kicking even after 26 years. That's kind of impressive for a band, huh? Some bands don't even make it 1 year. Some bands make one album and then disappear off the face of the earth forever. So sad. hoodie, hoodie. Goodbye, weed hat. Yellow mullet with birdcage accessory. Now that... This one was from Spy Fox. Hey, random. I hope you are having a good Weeds Day. Or good anniversary of Mother 3's release in Japan Day. Or just good April the 20th. This one. I think the music is good. Hi, Nichijo ending. Anime-themed karaoke was another one I was thinking would be fun to do. Either all anime from a certain era or just anime openings that I like. Wait, what was that last one from? Spitz? Was that not from an anime? Was that just a song? Is that allowed? That's not right. What happened? Wait. Did I not do the rotator? Ruh-roh. Oh. Did I miss one? Or did I just not do any of them? I missed a couple. Did I run out of songs? I guess we're doing Rat Taxi. Or if anybody else has media's shares, now's the time to adopt them. I will clicking it. I will clicking it every day of my life. gotta look into more Wolfpack songs. They got that good bass. I'm very much an enjoyer of bass guitar. A funky bass line? Don't mind if I do. Peem sounds correct for them. You want Wendy's so bad, but you literally eat it all the time? That just means you like it, right? That's good, maybe. Have yourself a little Wendy's as a tweet. Actually, see, I'm of the condition where if I eat food late at night, do you deserve Wendy's tonight? Of course you do. You had a bad day. You're allowed to have a little treat when you have a bad day. In fact, that's the best time to have a little treat. I'm of the condition where if I eat food late at night, it keep me up. It keep me up too late. So I would not eat a Wendy's at nighttime o'clock. But I know that other people are different. Other people, if they're hungry, then they can't fall asleep. So they need to eat a food so that they can fall asleep. So if you need to eat a food to fall asleep, get yourself some Wendy's. You need to stay up to finish assignment, or that too. Get yourself some nighttime fuel. A Wendy's pit stop. Does Wendy's still do like the $1 baby Frosties? They had them at one point. And I thought that was quite delightful. You just have a little tiny baby Frosty that you can have if you don't want a whole big old cup. It's like an espresso shot of a Frosty. I still have night coffee left. And now I don't. Oh, I gotta fix this. I know what happened here. I know what happened here. These are the positives, so you have to be the negatives. -45. -90. Timer ticking down. Are you gonna die? I don't think so. Which timer? It could be a timer for something cool. Like a world premiere. Or cookies come out of the oven. Or laundry has to come out of the dryer. Could be pizza timer. I did just remember that my towels are in the dryer. I think it's done now. I think the dryer's finished. My dryer is in my bedroom's closet. So it makes my room so hot. I gotta keep the window open to aerate it. I hope my room is not so hot when it's time to go to bed. And my towels are so dry. Okay, now that's rotation. What are some good things to get from grocery store? I have to go tomorrow. I have to go tomorrow to restock my foods. Or I guess I don't have to go tomorrow, but I'll regret it if I don't.
mozzarella. I write rhymes in a box of Nutella. Fight crime cause I got no Beretta. Did time cause I caught some feta. Not good enough to sub for cheddar. I want cheese, I'm a decent fella. In the sewer, don't worry about weather. Rat pack in your basement cellar. Yeah, Master Splinter taught me about cheese. Cooking like Remy and Ratatouille. Float like a butterfly, sting like free. Trapped in a rat race trying to be.
How do I do this? Tofu. Well, so here's the thing. 2 weeks ago, I went to the grocery store and I did purchase some tofu and I haven't opened it. I don't know what to do with this tofu. I simply bought tofu and didn't think about it. What should I make with the tofu? And should I pick up some ingredients to go with it? You could open it. You could fry it. Wow. Morning, Raid. Hello. Playing Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. You won against the killer robots for now. I'm so glad you won against the killer robots and didn't get robot killered. I'm glad you survived so big and did a big win. And I hope you had a good stream. Hello, everybody. What should I get from the grocery store tomorrow? I need to get cream cheese. I need to get some more ground coffee. I have tofu. The last fight was brutal, but you survived. I'm glad you survived it. Wait. What's Battlestar Galactica Deadlock? For a second I was like, isn't Deadlock the like hero shooter? But then I remembered that Deadlock is just a words. That's just a phrase that can be used before the video games even existed. So that's probably a Battlestar Galactica game. What kind of game is Battlestar Galactica Deadlock? You had to fight robots. So I assume it's a shooter. I want to assume it's a first-person shooter, but maybe it's like a, what's the one that's got rain in? I can't remember if it's Risk of Rain, where you run around and you fight things. It's a turn-based strategy based on the 2004 reboot of Battlestar Galactica, but it plays in real time between the turns and can edit the footage so it's like from the show. That's wild. That's kind of crazy. Wendy's is on the way. Let's go. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. What can I make with tofu? Like if I fry tofu, don't I need like a sauce? Just like pan fry, stir fry it? Or am I like breading and frying it? Crispy fried tofu, easy recipe, 20 minutes. Why, you'll love this tofu recipe. Tofu, soy sauce, garlic powder, black pepper, cornstarch, oil. Mix the sauces and powders, mix it up. Dry excess. Yippee! Cook it and brown it. Just crisps up your tofu. What do I do? Do I just eat it like that? Do I put it in something? Maybe I will just cook up some tofu. Sounds pretty good, actually. You command a fleet of ships against another fleet of ships. It's fun, but it's also no longer being sold. Well, I guess you just gotta pirate it then. So sad that it has to happen. Are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to just stop selling a game? Is this rotating correctly? I think it is. because there's a new Battlestar Galactica game coming out this year and rights are a thing. Strange. The internet is a strange place. I think they should just stop caring about copyright. I think people should just be able to make 300 Mickey Mouse games. I realized I was trying to pull in any other Disney property and I could only think of Mickey Mouse, and I'm like, but Mickey Mouse is already in public domain, but only the old Mickey. Everybody go make a Elsa's Special Dentist game. World would be a better place. You could buy all the old licensed game that existed prior to today, like all of the Transformers games. Real. Everybody click that link, by the way. Go follow Morden. Go see cool space games. Go check out Battlestar Galactica's strange game that you can't get no more. Go have a good time and learn all the wisdoms of the world. We were talking earlier about the importance of just download everything, back up your files, back up your MP3s, back up your games, support the Internet Archive, because sometimes things will just disappear off the face of the internet, and then you can't get them anymore. Like, it's a shame that there's things like the Transformers games where it's like, well, if they're not gonna sell them, if they're not gonna have them for sale, you should still be able to get them somewhere. Yeah, 100% archive everything. And get yourself an external hard drive or some chunky USB sticks or SD cards or something, and back up your important goodies. Anything you want to keep. Any videos you like on the internet, any YouTube videos you like, you can download those. You should download those. Because you never know when they're gonna get, like, the YouTuber is gonna get banned for nothing, and then all their videos are gonna get wiped, or they're gonna get, like, a copyright claim, so it's gonna be deleted, or they just decide that they don't want to make videos anymore and they delete everything forever. If you want to watch your videos forever, you gotta download them. Bow, bow, bow. And then you can put it on a USB stick and you can take it wherever you want. You can go to your friend's house and be like, let's watch my favorite YouTube video. And then you pull out your USB stick and you can all watch your favorite YouTube video together. One of the reasons you love GOG, no DRM, you can just download the installers and save them on other media for later. Nice. Yeah, I've been thinking of trying to get things on itch more than Steam. Because I'm like, I have a really large Steam library. I'm probably not going to play most of these games. But I was looking for something the other day. I was looking for some art files that I did. Actually, no, I was looking for Ace Sprite. Everybody, if you ever want to do pixel art, please go drop like 20 bucks or however much it is to pick up a copy of Ace Sprite. I bought Ace Sprite I think over a decade ago. And they still let me click that same link and just download the newest version. I went and I found my like old install zip files and that still worked, but then I'm like, wait, do I still have the like confirmation email from when I bought it in like, I don't know, like 2012 or whatever? And I went and I checked and I'm like, I do. If I click this link, will it work? Yeah, software for a one-time purchase, and the one-time purchase is reasonable. And like, they don't update it a lot. but the version that I looked at was newer than the version I downloaded 12 years ago, so like... And it's a good program! It works really, it's really good if you're doing pixel art. Hi, Weaver Ant. Never sent it. Well, now you did. Your hellos have been distributed into the universe. I love files that you can just have and keep. I love my MP3s. I love my videos. Remember installing Trillion on every computer you had for years? I had Trillion. I had Trillion because, like... I think I had, like, various friends who all used different messengers. It's like some people were on AIM, like one person was on MSN, and then eventually they added Facebook support, so some people were on Facebook. Decades even. I had a friend in high school whose parents had like a, Dasher sent you a message, I'm waiting for your order, screaming. Well, make sure you don't feel forgotten. ICQ number was 8 digits. Hi, Kai. Whoa, what happened with the mini-me's? Hello? Why is it behind my headphone? Why is it behind my ears when I'm unsploded? And why did the little ones get so strange for a second? Oh, they're normal now. So what was that about? Hi, Kai. I hope you are having a good evening or a good morning. I had a friend who, her parents had like a parental lock on their internet where it's like you're only allowed to use the internet for like 2 hours and then it disconnects you. But she found out that as long as you opened Trillion before the 2 hours are up, it would just stay open. Thank you for the clip. And then she would do her instant messenger role plays all night long. God, I love Rat Taxi album. I still don't know what happened there. I love technology. You just woke up, but that means nothing because you're odd tomorrow and you'll be sleeping more later. I wish I could do a day sleep. I didn't get so good a sleep last night, and I was like, maybe I should try to take a nap today. And I really didn't. I didn't take a nap. Instead, I just continued to be awake all day. And it's all right. I'll get some sleep tonight. But like, come on. I want to be well rested. Off. Good to be off. I've reached a point in my rigging where I don't know what I'm doing. What do I want here? What am I supposed to be doing here? Did I do this weird and strange and I should have done it a different way? Probably. Accidentally made your sleep pattern a few hours in the afternoon and then maybe a few hours in the nighttime, but you wake up every couple hours, so don't be like you would do afternoon sleeps. You know, that's fair also. I would love a world where I could get an uninterrupted 9 hours of sleep every night. I would love a world where everybody could have an uninterrupted 9 hours of sleep every night. It would be so kind and nice. It would be so kind and nice. I used to be more tired, I guess, so I could sleep my 9 hours, especially on the weekends. But lately, I keep I've fallen into a problem where, oh, that's oof of 3.wav, where I'm like, oh, I'm allowed to sleep in. I don't have anything in the morning. I can sleep in. So let me stay up late reading my novels, reading my stories or my mangas. And I stay up so late, and it's like 2 or 3 a.m. and I say, okay, time to go to bed, and surely I'll sleep a full night's sleep. And then I wake up at a morning hour, and it's not a full night's sleep, and I say, hey, why am I awake? Go back to bed, but then I can't go back to bed, and I just have to get up and go about my day. That's not, I want the sleep. I want the good sleep. I want that good sleep. Do I have to do something during the day to make me more tired? Should I be exercising more? Do I have to start doing brain puzzles? I just have insomnia. Maybe someone who's normal would be successful. I don't know if split sleep is recommended for long periods of time. I think you're supposed to get a good night's sleep every night. It's probably better. Bifastic sleep is a thing in olden days where burning the midnight oil comes from. I do know that, like, there was a thing where people, like, would wake up for just, like, an hour and then go back to bed. And that's all fine and dandy. But if you can't go back to bed, then it's not so fine and dandy. I want to go back to bed. I want my sleeps. That's just what happens when you have a nightmare. I haven't had a nightmare in a hot minute. I only have stress dreams. When you can sleep consistency in this way, it's actually fantastic. I guess even if it's split in half, if you're getting 8 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period, that's probably still all right. Better than only getting like 4 hours of sleeps total. I might need to split my lines. Is that what I gotta do with my life? Maybe I can split my blocks. Ba 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 ba. Beep ba. I've run into pants problems. I've run into pants problems with my rigging. Maybe it won't even be a problem. Do y'all want to get a sneak peek? Do y'all want to get a sneak peek of nothing? Bust out the capture again so I can show you the lines I'm struggling with. Eyes emoji. Get the most. Where is my capture? I still have all of the trophies from the clip show. And I really need to delete these. I need to delete these because they're so many layers. It makes it hard to find what I'm looking for. Here we go. Thank you, Weaver. So this is my pants. This is my pants. This is my I can't show you more than this. So there's a line here. There's a line here. This is my pants. Trophies might be taking up some RAM. Hey, I'm only at 3.3% of my CPU right now. As I needed to share a picture of the horse. The horse. So I have a leg and the leg can rotate. The leg can rotate. And so I want the line to go away when the leg is rotating. But I'm running into this issue where like this isn't right. Will I ever have my leg at that angle where I'm doing like strange yoga? Probably not, so maybe it's not even a problem. This is like splits level here. So that's fine. And then flipping this with the, see down here though is a problem too. This is a problem. You're not supposed to look like that. This is the bigger problem. If I'm doing like, if I'm rigging myself to do weird dance moves. Snapping your legs. If I'm like putting my leg that style. This has got to go more in, I think. And then there's like, if it's on top, it's different. And we're gonna cut that off with a different layer later. But if I'm doing like, how much of this can I zoom out and not actually show my model? Because like if I want to do like this type dealio, there's my feet, you've seen them. Do like a this type dealio. This has got to go more in. But how in? At what point does the line have to disappear? How do legs work? How do legs work? Or maybe would at this point it just flip? Oh, that's not it. Flip to the front style. Have to be behind. No, you in. It could be behind. Legs. These are my struggles. You're being so brave right now. Life feels a lot better with Wendy's. She has to do crime too. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do crimes too. You can listen to 7 Snake songs. Actually, it is 10 o'clock. Maybe this is where we go to bed. Maybe this is where we do a big bed. Put the horse in the check this out. I would like to see the horse. I'm clicking to it.
Beta, the horse is here.
Are we sure that's a horse? I'm not sure what else it could be, but like, I don't think horses are normally shaped this way. Okay, open this. Put this here. Don't save. We don't need to save that WebP. What's going on here? Why does it have such a bosom? Was it the Hive Court where we had a deflated horse incident once? Yes, I believe so. I believe so. I kind of liked the deflated horse. It was strange and unusual. Such a sentence. What do I do about this leg? Maybe we just do this and it's good. Maybe we do this and it's fine. Do this and it's good this way. And it's fine, it's allowed. Gonna dip a bit early. Have a good night. Have a good sleeps. Have a good dreams. I think I should stop here. I think this is a good place to stop. I think I'll deal with my strange leg line issues on my own times. Or on a future stream if I forget to deal with them on my own times. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging. Let's stop this snakes music. Let's stop this snakes music. Let's go to our goodbyes screen. Wait. That's not it. No, that's not it. I have to put away the screen. There we go. Now let's see who's all up and awake we can still. Everybody in the world did a raid to here tonight. So who's still up and awake that we can raid? Surely somebody, right? Surely somebody's gotta be out there. Ruby? Ruby Live? Ruby Live! Ruby of the Devil! I put away my tablet. We don't need that. Let's go do a Ruby raid. Thank you for the stream. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for hanging. Thank y'all for chatting. Thank y'all for sharing songs and sharing stories and sharing downloads on the internet. It's good to share your files. We're gonna go raid Ruby, playing of the Devil. I'm gonna go get my towels out of the dryer. Next stream will be Wemble's Day night. We're playing more Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. We're gonna learn, we've got basketball magic now. We've got a friend. We're gonna learn about the lore of the world. We're gonna learn about what we find in the catacombs. We're gonna have a good time playing basketball. But for tonight, for the now, for the current, let's go to bed. Let's go do a raid of Ruby. And I hope everybody has... Did I say thank to lurkers and VOD watchers? Because I'm always remembering to forget to say that. Thank you, lurkers and VOD watchers. And thank you, everybody, for watching and for chatting and for hanging and for chilling and for singing and for laying down and for surviving. I will see you all on Wednesday or another day or a Mother's Day or a... What's the next holiday? We already did Easter. Is there a May Day? Cinco de Mayo? Mother's Day. Like, Pan Visibility Day. When is that? I think it's like Lesbian Visibility Week or something, or like Lesbian Appreciation Week or something like that right now. I've been seeing a lot of lovely lady art on my feeds. It's the 24th of May. I'll see you all- wait, is that a Monday or a Wednesday or a Friday? It's a Sunday. I'll see you all the day after. I'll see you all the day after Pan Visibility Day. Or I guess I'll see you on Pan Visibility Day because that's the day that pans are visible. I already had my Visibility Day a little while back. We played the mini games, we played the Yuri games. Anyway. Everybody have a good night. Everybody have a good sleep. Everybody have a good memes. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, 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 good night.